I love the Beauty Bay eyeshadow formula. I don't think it is a big secret that I absolutely adore them. I am not affiliated with Beauty Bay or so, but I do have an affiliate link. So if you want any of these, the affiliate link will bring you to Beauty Bay. And I have so many Beauty Bay palettes. I have already decluttered a couple of them, so you might be surprised because we did a Beauty Bay ranking already, but I think it has been a year, maybe 1.5 years ago. But can we please just first of all talk about the fact that you get an absolutely outstandingly good formula without multi-chromes? Yes, they do not go the chromey way. They still have what a lot of people are actually still craving, regular metallics and shimmers and impactful and whoa, beautifulness for a good price. I think the big 42 pan palettes, where I am a big fan of, they are less than 30 bucks. So that is an amazing price. And before we head into the ranking, I do want to give a shout out to two palettes that I didn't come across testing yet. Number one is the new Mini Charms. This is the Mini Charms Neutral. It came out in their Christmas collection and oh, it's so sparkly and pretty. And I don't know when I will be able to test them because I do have so much stuff to review first and then LMS is starting. I try to test this and maybe do a look in a short format or two looks, maybe a little serious around this 9 pan palette because I'm pretty sure that if the quality is just as good as the OG Mini Charms, I will love this. And number two, this thing weighs 10,000 kilograms. I did it. I bought the collector's edition. So first of all, look at the size of this. This is, yeah, this is my hat basically to the nipples. This is so fucking huge. The collector's edition is a very special palette that contains 3 discontinued palettes and a Claire's-like row of face makeup. Nobody wants this, but honestly, this is €60. You can get discounts. I think I got 20% off, so it was no choice of if I need this or not. And in this collector's edition, let me hold it that way. First of all, it's going to be very hard to film a proper review for this, but this collector's edition basically gives you, or should I hold it like that? Because I cannot flip away the mirror, but you get 3 discontinued palettes. You have the Book of Magic. This is the first 15 pan. Metamorphic, where I have the OG one, so of course I want to see, are this the same? And then Age of Opulence. Honestly, all 45 shades here are speaking to me, so I absolutely see myself doing looks with this. And as an extra, you have this drawer that you can completely pull out at the end, full of blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. I have to say the blushes, honestly, they do not look that bad. I see myself using all of them, even the Spice one. The bronzers, not so much, way too yellow, and the Precious, the lighter one of the highlighters, that one I actually see myself using too. But do you... Oh, there was all of a sudden a very chemical scent climbing into my throat. Ugh. Quick question. Do you want to see a review on this monstrosity? Oh my god, I already destroyed it. The thing here already comes off. Honestly, I am actually thinking of buying another empty magnetic palette and then depotting this. I don't know if this is going to be so easy because I did depot already one Beauty Bay palette and it was a mess. A lot of shades broke because I don't think these are magnetic. I used to have one of those magnetic thingies, but I can't find it right now. Where is it? Why isn't it in here? I don't know, but I don't think they are magnetic. But I kind of don't want to depot this because of the way this looks and because of like this one, but at the same time, Let me know your thoughts. Again, I haven't touched it yet, but I kind of wanted to have this. Let's now move into the actual ranking of palettes that I have tried and tested. A lot of these do have either specific review videos or they are featured in short form content. But I think for most part, I do have videos. At number 10, we have the Rich palette. The only reason why this beautiful palette is at number 10 is actually for the reason that this is at the end a very neutral palette. So my personal excitement is not that well. My rating of the color story is not that high because there are a lot of repeats in here, but overall, look at the palette. Do you know what I see here? I see hot chocolate and wine on a warm fall evening. I did a look with this in my fall palette series here in the short form content. If you are looking for a very deep and rich palette that is just giving you warm wine chocolate vibes, the Rich palette is for you. By the way, all of these 42 pan palettes you can also get in a 16 pan version and sometimes even in a 9 pan version, but the 9 pan I wouldn't recommend. I feel like there's too much missing. The 16 pan maybe, but I also feel like sometimes the best shades are missing. At number 9, is it 9? Yeah, we started at 10. At number 9, a surprise you might think, but yes, the Botanical, the re-release of the Botanical. I do not have the 20 pan limited Botanical release. I bought this one here, and to my own surprise, this is a green palette that I'm digging, because a lot of the greens here are not like dirty olive. They are blue toned, they're cool toned greens, and they have something even gray to them in some cases here. That mixed together with these interesting shades of brown, and here's some purple and wine colors. The variety, the amount of looks that you can create with this is just surprising for these monochromatic palettes, to be honest. So Botanical really surprised me. I didn't think that I would like it that much, but I actually do. At number 8, we have a limited edition palette that came out last year, and I don't think this is still available, the Celestial Charms. These 20 pan palettes here are a bit of a special thing in the Beauty Bay world because they are always limited to certain seasons. And we will talk about the last 20 pan palette here in that review or in that ranking too, because Beauty Bay announced actually a rebranding, so I don't know what's going to happen with the format of these. In their Instagram story, they said with the launch in their fall or like holiday collection this year that this is going to be the last 20 pens. So we will see. But Celestial Charms is from 2024, and this is a very, very dark, sultry, vampy, kind of like Cosmic Beauty, gothic palette looking vibed product here. I kind of lost the plot. I absolutely adore this. My biggest critique here is actually the fact that there are no real blending shades, because you have with Lunar, Lunar is the only really light beige shade, but this tones down, this kind of pastelifies things instead of being like true blending shades. At number 7, we have an older one. Is it older? I'm not sure if this also came out last year or the year before that, but that was a Valentine's special edition, The Reckless Romance. And this is why I like these 20 pens so much, because you get 2 10 pens. You have the pink one, the flirty one, the nicey one on top, and then you have the dark grungy one, but you can also mix and match it. Very, very pretty. The only thing that I do not like so much about this one is the fact that also these darker pinks, they turn really hot pink on me, but that is because of the undertone. Overall, stunning palette. And for example, the shade, what is it called? Mini Dress. It's like a really, really sparkly, nice, thick and at the same time thin looking silver. The shade Fishnet is this beautiful shimmery black, but with teeny tiny specks of purple. It's just so pretty. So I cannot I cannot, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot part with this. It was I was thinking about declaring this, but at the end I was like, I can't. At number 6, we have one of the most beautiful monochromatic palettes, and you will see why. Fury 2. It's a fiery red one. If you're looking for the perfect bonfire inspired palette, this is actually it. I am only keeping this because of the feelings that I have towards this. I didn't use this in quite a while, and I would never do a look using these yellows, but I like to have the option, and I do rank it so high here because of the way this is designed. You have the neutrals, you have pops of neon, and then you have some pinks, but also black and the beautiful red. This is a palette that in the future I would potentially actually depot even, but at the end I just like it so much as a whole that I am keeping it. And I just want to have a Fury 3.0 that is like really blood red, but again, I don't think that these palettes will be getting released again. They did rebrand the packaging to something more sleek and smooth, but I don't think that we will get a Fury 3. At number 5, oh, this palette is so stunning. The Midnight palette. The blue and purple. Do you know what this reminds me of? The sea at night. I don't know what it is, but there is something about this color scheme that makes me think of the ocean, the sea at night. Moon is shining, but it's also like these little hints of light somewhere, maybe even underwater. I'm thinking actually here of the Lagoon palette, the chapter 3 one from Question Beauty, where it is all about the dark sea and then glowing jellyfishes. This is the vibe that I have here, and I honestly, Midnight is the perfect description for this eyeshadow palette. Maybe even Midnight in Ice or something. You know, do you know the feeling that I have here? Now we're talking about the interesting top 4. At number 4, we actually have the Dark Lights palette. That is the new one, the new limited edition one that came out this year. And do you see what this makes so special? First of all, my review of this is raving because it is that good. Second of all, I love the fact that this, for the very first time, has fewer mattes than shimmers. And the metallics in here are so delicious. They are so smooth, intense, sparkly. This is the perfect grunge clubbing palette. I love it. I absolutely adore this. I don't know where this palette is going to land in my year ranking. I have no clue yet because I haven't started working on this, but from the Beauty Bay 20 pan, this is the best that they ever brought out, and it is amazing that this is basically their goodbye to the 20 pans, but I'm also thinking it's really sad that this is now their last 20 pan. I don't know what will come tell us. But let's talk about the top 3 Beauty Bay palettes, and all 3, no, that is a lie. 2 out of those 3 are still available. The first one at number 3 comes the original Mini Charms palette. Beauty Bay just landed such a banger with the Mini Charms. I can't. This is their take on chromey eyeshadows because most of them do have a shift. Not all of them, but this one, this one, this one. Okay, then not most of them. A third of the palette. They have a shift, but all of them are so intense and sparkly. I love the looks. And honestly, with this came together with the Celestial Charms palette. Let me show them side by side to you. These two came out together, and honestly, this is a perfect one because the light shimmers in here pair perfectly with the very dark and sultry purples here. It is such a beautiful mix when you combine these, but honestly, this palette, this 9 pan beauty on its own, is such a gorgeous one. That's why I immediately had to buy the Mini Charms Neutral, because I just know that I love this quality in here. This is different to their monochromatic palettes. This is different to that 20 pan. It's a much, much thinner formula. Are you missing a monochromatic palette? You probably do, and that is my number 2, the smoky one. This is this palette, and although I haven't tried it, I want to say that also the 16 pan version of this is what Natasha Denona's Xenon wanted to be. This is a true smoky palette, because here in this you have every type of gray and blackened shadow, but you know, the gray scales in every direction with every undertone. Xenon, I love the Xenon palette, and in the Natasha Denona line, it's my favorite. But overall, everything in Xenon turns blue on me. This one here has different undertones of gray. I mean, just look at these two up here, Castle and Magnet. I don't know if you can see this right away, but Magnet is more bluey toned, and Castle was, I think, Castle, I think, was the one that has a little bit more greeny in there. Then you have down here, you have some that are way more purple toned. Here we have some more olive in there. Then we have some obvious blue undertone grays and also some neutral tone grays. And same you find in the shimmers paired together with light whitish silvers, some like more, you know, these wet looking silvers. Smoky, the 42 pan Smoky is the perfect grayscale palette. In my comments, someone asked me if I could rank all my gray palettes, and I said I actually do not have gray palettes. The only ones that I have are Xenon and this one. And if you ask me, should I buy Natasha Denona's Xenon or the Beauty Bay Smoky, I will always tell you, get the Beauty Bay Smoky and get the 42 pan, because this, if you are somebody who wants to have a makeup collection that is maybe catered with certain color stories, but you want to have the option, you want to be prepared for all the helps for blending, then go for this one, because this will give everything you need in a gray color story. And last but not least, I don't think that this is a big surprise, and I'm not making a secret out of it, and I haven't touched this palette in so long because I feel kind of bad that I haven't. Plus, I even got some hate comments. Like, not too long ago, when I talked about the Metamorphic, YouTube hit a comment from me where people were saying it's unfair that I, as a content creator, have this, and that I should be ashamed that I have it, and regular customers don't have it. First of all, girl, I am a regular customer because I bought the palette with my own money when this came out. I just immediately sense that this is going to be something big. But I'm not tired of telling Beauty Bay, yes, it's fine that you now give this to us in the collector's palette, but give us Metamorphic back. This one. Give us this palette back. The biggest thing that I want to point out is the fact that this packaging here with the two sides that are opening up are horrible, but the palette inside, this palette is such a pure, ice-cold perfection. I absolutely love this, and I want to use this so bad. But I also feel a little bit bad for those who don't have this, so I can't really make content with this. On the other hand, who cares? The content is what I want to make out of it. I love that we find the colors in the collector's palette again. I'm not 100% sure what shade is missing, because in the collector palette, it's only 15 pans, but this one here had 16. So let me compare really quick which shade is missing. Hopefully not a good one. Okay, I found the one that is missing. Actually, the shade Alchemy, this one here, this is missing in the collector's palette. And honestly, upon first glance, there is a difference. They look different. They look as if here in the collector's palette, we have the regular Beauty Bay formula. The Metamorphic had a different one. Okay, now I'm very motivated to do a video. I need to plan a video. Maybe this will go up in January because again, I'm now very much focused on Ellamas, and in Ellamas I usually don't release like reviews or so. But I'm still missing one Ellamas video. So for December 21st, I still don't have a video. Maybe I will put the review of the collector's edition from Beauty Bay down. I have to look up how I can plan this. But Metamorphic, honestly, this was the best palette that Beauty Bay ever launched. And that's not only because of the color story, because I have a very obvious love for these types of purples. This is mainly because the quality in here, the eyeshadow formula is different to the regular ones. We have multi-chromes in here that are thin. They paint like metal paint, but they are thin and not weird at all. The mattes are so smooth and more on the light side, but still impactful side, while the regular ones, they can be a little bit punchy, and I say it all the time that I think Beauty Bay's formula needs a lot of try and error so that you get warmed up with this, but this one was perfect right away. And I will never get rid of my Metamorphic because that is Beauty Bay. If you're rebranding and you're bringing this eyeshadow formula back, I will forgive you that you made this so extremely limited. Are you a fan of Beauty Bay eyeshadows too? If so, tell me what's your favorite eyeshadow palette. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the other upcoming videos, and so you don't miss out Ellamas, that is right around the corner. Actually, today when I'm filming here the Beauty Bay ranking, I will film the first Ellamas video, so we'll see this look in December again. Maybe you can guess in December when this was filmed, when you recognize the eye look, if you have that memory. Honestly, I myself, I wouldn't even recognize when there are 5 videos from one content creator in a week where they're wearing 5 times the same look. I wouldn't recognize that. So thank you, and I see you very, very soon.